Well, welcome everybody to the 2021 USATF Half Marathon Championships. I'm Chris Nickinson from USATF TV. Here for the women's race today. This is the deciding race for the USATF running circuit in 2021. Been an exciting return to racing this year after all the excitement or non-excitement of 2020. Looking forward to seeing Erica Kemp and McKenna Morley get after it today for that chance to claim the prize, the overall circuit prize. See Kiara D'Amato out there early, but we're underway. Beautiful day here in Bluffton, South Carolina. Got half marathon of racing coming up. Very early on, we got Kiara D'Amato. You see Erica Kemp there. You see Maggie Montoya, Lauren Paquette, Allie Kiefer in there. You see Morley right there behind D'Amato. You see Caroline Lundrum. Our driver going well here. That's Natasha Rogers there. And the yellow from Hanson's Brooks. We're underway here at the USATF Championships. Nice little fog burn off earlier. See mentioned Lauren Paquette there. This may be a fast course here today. So we just came up on 1 mile, 5:08. Kiara D'Amato, Erica Kemp, Natasha Rogers leading up front. See Kenna Morley right there. Alright, we'll be back in a moment. Alright, we're back. You see Kiara D'Amato has really blown up this field. She's got Allie Kiefer, Natasha Rogers flanking her. Morley and Kemp, who are currently first and third on the circuit standings. They're going to shadow each other today because it's a 1.5 point prize bonus structure today, which means that if for some chance McKenna can make up the gap between the two of them, she will be able to win the circuit. Erica just needs to do no worse than finish 2 places behind her to hold her off. So that's going to be one thing for us to keep an eye on today. But right now, Kiara D'Amato really putting up the work up front. You know, she had this time last year went out and ran a pretty fast marathon in Arizona. Rogers ran herself a nice leg at the Michigan Pro Ekin, and there's 2 miles. Got another 5:08, 5:09 mile there from these women. We're not messing around here this morning. All right, we're coming up on 3 miles. You see that white sign there? You see Kiara, Natasha, and Allie hidden there behind Kiara, with Lauren, Erica, and McKenna about 50 meters back. get a split here in a moment. Well, we'll get a 5K split here in a second anyways, so good thing we've got the 5K right after the 3 mile, guys. Alright. See the athletes going through the first aid station here. Not sure if, no, none of them are going to get anything except, oh, actually, take it back, forgot we had elite bottle stops there, but there we go. We're through 5K. 5:10 for that 3rd mile, and 16:04 on the split for Kiera. Same split for Allie and Natasha. About 5 or 6 seconds back to our next 3, and then Maggie and Lindworm back there in 7th and 8th. So there we are, we're through 5K of this half marathon championship. All right, we're cruising up to mile 4 now, and it's probably worth mentioning that there's a little bit of prize money on the line today. $7,000 for the win here. $3,000 for 2nd, $2,000 for 3rd. There's mile 4 coming up. 5:11 on that mile for these 3. See, the other 3 are now about 10 seconds back. Got the D'Amato, Kiefer, and Rogers here. The first 3, the second 3 is Kemp, Morley, and Paquette. And then Lindworm and Maggie Montoya back there in 7th and 8th. So we're cruising along. This is a loop course. It's pretty cool. This course was set up to run fast. We are on the first of 3 big loops around it before we go back into the finish. Right alongside Interstate 95 right now. And we're just cruising through Bluffton, South Carolina, looking for some fast times. We're getting ready to start our our second loop here. See timing mat there. That was one of our later splits, but D'Amato now really start to turn the screws and keep grinding this pace. And if things are starting to look familiar, it's because, like I mentioned, we're restarting we're starting our second loop here now. You see D'Amato stringing it out, putting some distance on Kiefer, who's in 2nd, and Rogers in 3rd. Here comes 5 miles. Kiera's got a fan club out here too today. Quite a few people signs for her, which is pretty cool. She's in the Northern Virginia area, so not too far of a drive for her and her family. Come on down and support her. So there's 5 miles. Get split here in just a moment. 5:09 for D'Amato, so you take about another 1.5 seconds for Kiefer, and a couple more behind that for Rogers. So about 5:11, 5:12 for Kiefer, maybe 5:14 for Rogers. See Paquette and Morley look like they're getting a little bit of a distance on Kemp back there in the 4 through 6 spots as they go through 5 miles. But this is very much the Kiera D'Amato show. Kiera just went through 6 miles with another 5:08 mile. So at this point, we might need to start keeping track of American record, Molly Huddle's 1:07.25 from a few years ago, because Kiera is running pretty fast. Allie not giving up a whole lot of ground, but you see this gap, this has grown in the last mile. And so here's the interesting thing. Mentioned this is a circuit race, literally and figuratively, of course. And now Kiara is making the first go at passing athletes. Now these athletes would have started with the men who started 15 minutes after the women, the elite women. So that was 10K.
Are you guys getting the yellow guy?
Or actually, excuse me, 10K's coming up now. So we'll get you guys 10K split here in a moment. But you see now at 10K, there's about a 100-meter difference between Kiara and Allie, with Natasha trying to hang in there in the third. Kenna Morley has gone to work. She knows that 9-point difference on her and Erica and the yearly circuit standings is up for grabs today, and it's a 1.5 point difference. 32.05 for Kiara, 32.17 for Allie. Natasha was 32.26. So there you get your top threes 10K splits. McKenna, you see her and Lauren, who's just a couple steps behind McKenna there in fourth. 32.33 for them at 10K. McKenna is going to need to get, if my math is correct, she's going to need to be 2 places ahead of Erica to grab that circuit title for the year. She needs to earn 10 points better today. So it might be 3. I'm going to have to go back and do the math on that for you guys. But that's what we're looking at here. We're past 10K here at this USATF Championships. All right, we're coming up on 7 miles, and Kiara just took a gel, so she's got to wash that down with some fluids here. Just double-check the math on things, and Molly Huddle's American record, you see 7 miles right there. Molly Huddle's American record was 5:09 pace, and that was a 5:11 there. So she is threatening the American record here this morning. Pretty impressive, gotta say. But this is what they wanted here in South Carolina. They wanted fast times. They built the course just for that, which is why we're on this this little 2-lane country road in Hardyville, South Carolina. Kiara D'Amato crushing it. She's passing these other athletes. All right, we're coming up on mile 8, and we did a little research. Molly Huddle's American record of 67.25 at 10K. She was about 30 seconds ahead of what Kiara was. But that was mile 8, a 5:10. So if Kiara is going to, and it was 5:08 pace that Molly ran in 2018 when she ran 67.25. So Kiara's been running 5:08 to 5:11. If our splits are accurate, and I've got no reason to doubt our other folks in the vehicle with me are getting this accurate splits. She's got a little work to do to stay on that pace, to get back on it, perhaps. But good news is, with this loop course, she's picking up people who started that second wave of athletes. So we'll be back in a moment. Well, you can hear the Kiara D'Amato fan club there. And it's going to get louder here as we enter the final loop of this course. But doing a little more research on Molly Huddle's 67.25 from 2018 in Houston. She was 47.29 at 15K, which was about 66.30 pace. That's a 20K mat there, so that doesn't mean much right now. So Kiara running pretty steady. Still kind of, she's got that American record in her sights. Gonna be interesting to see what she does here in this final lap. Molly set the U.S. 10-mile and 20K records en route on that one, and gotta believe that 20K obviously could be in jeopardy today. It's record eligible, being as it's 20K. It's within the allowable distance from the finish. Actually, a 10 mile should be too, with the way this course is set up. We'll be back in a moment. All right, we're coming up on 9 miles with Kira, and obviously it's still the Kira D'Amato show. .5:11 for her at 9 miles. We will try to get you guys something here that. Actually, to be honest, it's getting kind of hard to tell who's in second there, just with the nature of this course. But we'll get 15K splits for you here in a little bit, and get you an update on who's where at that point. But, nice little fan section there. That's right where the turn back into the finish will be, where all those people are. It will show us the way as we enter this final loop on the course. All right, we're coming up on 9 miles with Kira, and obviously it's still the Kira D'Amato show. .5:11 for her at 9 miles. We will try to get you guys something here that. Actually, to be honest, it's getting kind of hard to tell who's in second there, just with the nature of this course. But we'll get 15K splits for you here in a little bit, and get you an update on who's where at that point. But, nice little fan section there. That's right where the turn back into the finish will be, where all those people are. It will show us the way as we enter this final loop on the course. All right, Kira's coming up on 15K. We're going to go around the mats. She's going to go around the competitor here. There's 15K. More of her fan club there. Excuse me, that is not Allie. It's one of those lap athletes. There's Kira, all alone. All right, well, we finally got a 15K split on Kiara, 48:12, which close to 40 seconds behind where Molly Huddle was in her record run. But Molly at 15K was also on pace to run about a minute faster. So you do the math there, you can figure it out. Had right around 49 minutes for Natasha. 49:10 for Natasha and McKenna. Allie was 49:14, 49:15 for Laura, Dakota Lindrum, 49:20, and Erica Kemp in 7th, 49:42. Big thing there to keep in mind is Erica is leading the running circuit standings at the moment coming into this race. with McKenna 9 points back at the start of the race. If things continue as they are, McKenna's going to get enough points today, enough points to leapfrog Erica and win the 2021 circuit. So we've got American record chase here potential, and then pretty exciting finish there for the overall running circuit this year. 10 miles coming up. .509 for the 10th mile. We'll be back in a moment. Well, we're just going to take a moment to recognize that Kiera went through 10 miles in 51:43. And that gentleman, who's now about 100 meters behind her, was in front of her at 10 miles. She is certainly doing some work. Really impressive running here today. We'll be back in a moment. Well, you may or may not have just seen Kiera chucking her bottle, coming up on mile 11. She's breathing pretty hard. You can hear her breathing from our position in the vehicle here. 5:16 for that 11th mile, so she's slowing down a little bit, starting to feel that pace. But the good news for her is that she's been pretty consistent throughout, and when you compare it to what Molly Huddle ran almost 4 years ago now at the Houston Half Marathon, the January race, Molly was really quick through 15K. Whereas Kiera has been pretty steady, 5:09, 5:11 the whole time, 5:16 not too detrimental to the time chase. But she's going to get herself a nice little payday, whatever her sponsor bonuses would include for a national title and a potential American record if she is able to run that. But also $7,000 for the win today from the race. Not a bad day for less than 70 minutes of work. All right, we'll see you in a moment. All right, well, we're back along I-95, which means we're getting close to making that turn for home. Really, it's 2 turns to home, but mile 12 coming up, and then we will get ourselves to the finish. A little bumpy here. Mile 12 coming up. We'll hang with you for a moment. There's 12. 5:15, 12th mile. All right, well, that's it from us. We'll see you guys at the finish and see what Kiera throws down. All right, well, we're here at the finish. Kiera D'Amato, you see 67:30 on the clock now. There goes the all outright American record, 67:41, the women's only. Here she comes, 67:40 on the clock, 41, 67:45. Kiera D'Amato, though, your 2021 USATF Half Marathon Women's Champion. She's going to be under 68 minutes, 67:54 for Kiera D'Amato. Got to be one of the all-time great runs there by Kiera. Now we wait for second place. See who it is. 107. 109.55 now. You hear from the announcer. All right. Dakota Lindworm. Announcers saying Dakota Lindworm's coming in second. Natasha Rogers, that's Natasha Rogers coming in second. Dakota Lindworm in third there. Lauren Paquette in fourth. So we may have a race on our hands with McKenna and Erica, but there's Natasha Rogers. She's going to finish second, 109.35. Dakota Lindworm, smile on her face, happy about that, 109.39. Lauren Paquette, going to be 109.45 for Paquette. In fourth, McKenna Morley was fighting early on. 109.56 for Morley, and we're going to have to wait to see how Erica finishes before we can do any math on that final circuit standing. And there's Kemp. Kemp's going to finish one place behind Morley. So here comes your 2021 USATF running circuit champion, Erica Kemp. Great battle all year long with Morley. Here comes Erica Kemp. 110.37. Allie Kiefer's going to be next. 110.42. It's Maggie Montoya, Roots Running. Saw her run a heck of a leg a few weeks ago in Michigan. Coming in now, she's going to be 1 hour, 11 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. 8th place. Comes 9th place. That's Sullivan in 9th, 111.57. Just over an hour 12. That is Carden, 112.08, 112.09. And that's going to do it for us at the USATF Half Marathon Championships. For the women, I'm Chris Dickinson. Matt Perot's been on the men's race. Make sure you go watch that one. We'll see you in 2022, starting with the USATF Cross Country Championships in San Diego.